What is up? It is I, main protagonist. We are here today to talk about Boruto Manga chapter 34 training. And I'm going to admit it, this chapter is still fire. Even though the last previous chapters, the two before this one, chapter 32 and 33 were flames, this one actually like puts a story inside it. Like the other two chapters were action. This one is story and it's so fire. I love it so much. I love the manga of Naruto so much. So this chapter, it started off with Naruto, he beat Delta and she just passed out on the ground in a crater, a giant crater from his Spirit Bomb Rasengan or Super Giant Rasengan, whatever. But I call it the Spirit Bomb Rasengan because that thing was massive. And he was just looking down on her. She's passed out. And he's just talking to Boruto, wondering, like, should I finish her because she's a lot of trouble? But I really want to interrogate her to ask a lot of questions. And freaking Kawaki is just like, nah, bro, don't do it. Kill her now. And he's like, man, why? And she just starts twitching, making sounds. And she explodes. She self-destructs. And apparently Kawaki knew that. I don't know if he actually knew, but she blew up. It didn't do that much because Naruto saved everybody. It wasn't that big of an explosion. It just looks like the same, crater from his Rasengan. So whatever. But Kawaki and them were safe. She blew up, but apparently she wasn't dead because it showed that little robot go all the way back to their lair, and there's two other what's her name? Two other deltas in there. I guess she's an android, and her psyche can be transferred to each of these androids because she was basically resurrected, just like the Pains. Brought up, and she just kicked the door open and was mad because she knew she lost. So apparently her previous memories from her old body were transferred to her new body, and she was pissed off and stuff. But before that, Kashin Koji was just talking to himself, which is I just thought about it when anime and them just be talking to just talk to themselves technically. He's talking about how Naruto has, a terrifying power, but Boruto is the only, him and the Karma are the only thing that can stop Jugen. I don't know what that's going to do because right now Karma isn't that strong right now, but I'm guessing that's because Boruto isn't that strong. So we'll see what happens. But Kawaki, since he, sacrificed his arm to save Himawari and Naruto, his right arm was just blown off. That happens a lot in Naruto and Boruto, I guess, with something to do with hands and arms. But he had to get a replacement. And they were talking about how it'll take a while for him to get a new hand because they need to take time to modify it and fit towards his chakra, like his chakra source. And Naruto's like, nah, just get one of my hands that you made for me. And the scientist was just like, nah, that's not how it works. It only works to the chakra of the user that I designed it for. And he was like, bet. Bring that arm anyway. And he's like, okay, I guess if you want me to. He just put it on Kawaki and just transfer some of his chakra like he did everybody in the war. So it's not going to be an issue. It's just one person. It's a little arm. So he's going to be like, oh, you're just going to, I didn't know you can put your chakra in someone's arm. Like, that's kind of cool. He was like, yeah, it's pretty easy. They were like, isn't it going to make you tired? And he's like, it's just like holding a shadow clone all day. And I do that all the time. It's not a big deal. And everybody's making a big deal of it. Like it's going to drain his chakra source. That is ridiculous. Naruto is OP. He's not going to, a little arm isn't going to make him run out of chakra. But back to the little layer with Jugen and Karma and them, Kara. Freaking Jugen was just asking Delta, hey, what's the deal? What happened with Kashin Koji? You lost. Don't bicker, don't whine. You're acting like a brat. And she was like, "Oh, he's still in the village," talking about he wanted to look up some more information, so he didn't want to capture Kawaki yet. And they were shook. They were like, "What?" And apparently, they didn't know that there was like another user for Karma, which was Boruto. So she gave the information telling that Boruto is a user when they thought it was either Naruto or Sasuke, but it wasn't. It was Boruto, and they were like, "Wow, there's another Karma user." So this is interesting. Kashin Koji was correct. So they're all over there talking, interested in Boruto being the next. I mean, another Karma user. Don't know what's going to happen with that, but what we do know is that he knew about Momoshiki, and how it looks to me is that that seal is similar to how Orochimaru puts seals on people to get resurrected, just like how Anko had the curse seal from Orochimaru, and that's how Sasuke resurrected him after he was dead from so many other places. So I'm guessing, this is just a prediction, that the seal is just like that, in that the user of the karma seal can be taken over by the person put it on them. So Momoshiki is literally could still be alive, and Boruto is his actual vessel, and that is kind of cool. That's a cool concept, because we forgot about that. How Orochimaru used it, no one else did it, but we just pushed it around the side, thinking, oh, he just knows all these jutsus. But literally, this could be that exact same thing. It's a seal, just like the seal that Orochimaru put. It makes the user stronger with the little design that's put on it around their body. That makes sense. So Momoshiki is his vessel is Boruto, and that's absolutely ridiculous. Knowing that Boruto is basically being used, but he's being strong at the same time, and no one knows about it. I don't know why they are not like. I know you can't really put that together, but like, since they know about other seals, they should have like thought, hey, Sasuke, there was a curse mark on you. There's a seal curse mark looking thing on him. Maybe it's similar, but whatever. But that's kind of a cool concept, and I like how that's put into the story. Then later on in the manga chapter, Naruto, Boruto, and Kawaki are talking, and they're just Kawaki's like being sympathetic, something about, oh, I didn't want to be a burden. I feel like I was in your way. I feel like all this is my fault, and you got this arm and you're helping me. You're doing a lot for me. I'm not doing enough for you. And Naruto's like, no sweat. You protected my daughter. You protected me. It doesn't even matter. It's fine. But this manga chapter is cool. Kawaki's opening up more because he feels more safe and more secure with these people, Boruto and Naruto. So he opened up and said, hey, can you teach me how to use ninjutsu? Train me to be a ninja. And Naruto, of course, saying sure. And Boruto's like, oh, you're not going to beat me. So basically, in how I see it, is Boruto is taking over the Naruto role of this little relationship, and Kawaki is the Sasuke in this relationship. That's how I see them. I'm looking at them like, I know this is bad, but I see like, I'm trying to make this, like, since I'm a Naruto fan, I'm looking at this in Naruto eyes, and I'm seeing Boruto being Naruto, Kawaki being Sasuke, and their little relationship is kind of like that rivalry, hate each other but actually like each other, trying to get stronger than the other one, da 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 da. So Boruto saying, you're not going to beat me, and Kawaki's like, don't be ridiculous, I'm going to be better than you, da 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 da. And then they have these panels. They're so, like, this is so beautifully drawn out, because it's like there's no speaking, but there's like a montage. So it shows Kawaki with Naruto and Naruto sleep, Kawaki with the vase that Himawari had, and he broke. He's got the super glue in his hand, and he's fixing it. And in different panels, well, before that, it shows Kawaki doing that little card game thing that Boruto and Inochin and Shikadai do, and he wins the fourth Hokage, Nimikaze Minato, card. And Boruto is shook, saying, "Oh dang, I wanted that card." And he opens up his pack, and of course, it's his dad again. Seventh Hokage. He's like, "Dang it, not another one." And Kaoki said, "Hey, if you don't want that one, like he's slick, trying like he's being like he looks up to the seventh Hokage, and we can tell in this part. He's like, "Hey, if you don't want that one, you can have my fourth Hokage card, because I don't know nothing about the fourth Hokage, so we can switch." He was like, "Oh, for real? That's fire!" So he switched. He got the fourth Hokage card. He was happy, and Kaoki has the seventh Hokage card, and we can tell that he admires the seventh Hokage right now because he's looking at the card saying, "Huh, seventh Hokage, huh?" That's and another thing that I see in that like engagement with the seventh Hokage is that I feel like since he's trying to learn ninjutsu and he's admiring the seventh Hokage, that's making him want to be a Hokage one day, and that would be kind of cool to like make that feel like he wants to be in that position, and Naruto changing him to want to be that. Then it shows more of the montage, him fixing the vase. In the montage, there's no speaking. Naruto and him training with kunais, him still fixing the vase. Them playing card games. Boruto and Sarada teaching him how to use shuriken because she's new Uchiha, and he's still fixing the vase. Then it shows him using some hand seal, him still fixing the vase, and then sooner or later it shows Boruto and Naruto, and he's done fixing the vase. Well, so we see the vase is finished. He pours water into the vase, and there's a little leak. So there's a little part missing. So he gets up out his chair trying to find the piece, and he thinks he left it in the living room. So he gets up, about to go leave the room to go in the living room. And then there's a voice calling out to Kaoki saying, "Hey, kid." And he turns around, and what does he see? The nine-tailed fox Kurama. I don't know if this is because he put some of the chakra in his hand and it spread a little bit of chakra to him. So Kurama's over here looking like the devil, the demon, looking powerful, looking vicious. And Kaoki over here looking shook, like, what? What is this? Oh. And Kurama's over here like, "Sit down, boy. Don't go wandering off without Naruto. You got me messed up. You better sit down. You about to leave nowhere." He looking strong. He looking intimidating, like he should. And that's literally the end of the chapter. Oh my gosh, this is cool. Like, I don't know if Kurama's telling him to not leave because he doesn't trust him, or because he doesn't want him to get captured when Naruto's not around, or what. It's either he's against him or with him. Don't know, but Kurama hasn't spoken in a long time. So seeing him be in this, like being active into this manga chapter, it's making me happy because like they like to push things aside from the Naruto verse into this Boruto verse. And they're in the manga, it's bringing back so many things. Like, and I love that it brought back like taijutsu a lot. People complained about there's too much taijutsu in the other chapters, but like we love taijutsu. You don't want everything to be blast everywhere. This isn't Dragon Ball Z, but like bringing back taijutsu, bringing back Kurama and making him relevant, making these people like engaging the story, actually putting everything together. It's kind of cool. And I love it so much. I love this chapter so much. This chapter was amazing. It wasn't like fantastic because of action, but it was fantastic because of like storytelling. It's giving us more plot. And we all love plot. Plot is like, well, there's bad plot and there's good plot, and this is good plot. It's bringing more of the story into its full effect, and I love it so much. And I have nothing else to say. This chapter was fire to me, and I'm going to be making more reviews on these chapters of Boruto. And if you love Boruto manga, then come to this channel, like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.